Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Like 20. Okay, double.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Alert. Mike 5'9".
Running with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Roethlisberger will throw. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long.
Snickers. These 2.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the 22, Bridgewater going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Switch. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That one caught by Ellison. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Start! Like 80! Like 59! Middle! Roy! 22, 44. Mike is 50.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Watch switch. Watch team spill. These 2. 50.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Check 16. 6-6. Pull it high. No spacing. 44.
On the ground, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Check.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Bridgewater. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Giants' 17-yard line.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard.
Quarter. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
On 2nd and very short, Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Check.
That's good for a Buccaneers.
56. Tighten up.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Alert. Check. Bravo. Mike is 59.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. These 2. I got him. Mike, check. Let's go, defense. Let's get up.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Check.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The run for Pollard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Here we go. Undercut.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They ended up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
59 mark, check, 59.
They're going to try and throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
6 man. Check curls, check 50. Check 3.
No spacing. 77.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Room here to run. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Alvin Kamara, 77 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st down, Giants.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Bridgewater now from the 50. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Mike, check. Hey, Haywood.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable. Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch. Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep. Ball, but it winds up to be incomplete.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Roethlisberger. This one complete to Christian Kirk. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2.
I can't believe they even let you play. Whip. Watch the whip. Hatchet. Under 10. 10. He's coming. We got double up. Watch twist. Any weapon. Say it. Check 50. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Here it comes.
80 weapons. Go. Ready.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Driscoll. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Go. Hey, Echo. Go.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Big grip. Big grip.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
53 is the mic. Oh, you got deep? Check nickel.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 54 yards.
Check.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Mike 5'9",
Again, it's Kamara. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Jack 16. Middle.
Check your hot read. 57 the mic. 57 the mic. Watch the slant. Mike's 57.
Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. He got 29 yards that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. On the ground, it's Mack. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown of the new season. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Extra point safely through. And that makes it 24-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
230.
Watch the shit!
Easy.
Now Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
SOS.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of the tight end Ellison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Double.
Watch out.
Double bump.
57 to Mike. 57.
Black and turn.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Let's go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and now it's second down. Here's Bridgewater. He'll find Metcalf. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Check four. Alert three.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They go right back to Mack, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
I know he ain't got it. Check, crouch.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Bridgewater looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the kick by Butker is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
These 2. No spacing.
Mike 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, high 7.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get wide. Sponge. No. 49, check 49.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yep. 5.
Kamara. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Motion, check. Shift. 50.
Middle.
57 to Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
These 2.
57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Toss play, Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now. Black 30.
51. It's a party now. It's a party.
No spacing.
Check 26. 51 to Mike. 51. All day, baby. All day.
Hey, alert. Middle.
Hey, let's calm down.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
That's complete to Marlon Mack. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bucs, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis at R&T.